Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. So what does it take to demonstrate that type of love? Let's talk about that next on Higher Learning. Love your wives as Christ loved the church. Wow. Can you imagine if more people, more men, would stop and love their wives as Christ loved the church? There would be no divorce among Christians. Because Christ and the love that he has for the church is an unconditional love. It's a never ending love and forever enduring love. It's the type of love that looks at the situation, knowing that there may be some problems and trouble, but the love is so strong that it weathers through whatever storm is happening around it. I recently was talking with some couples, and we talked last week about communication. But as I was talking with them, I began to realize that it didn't sound like unconditional love was present in the heart of the man that I was talking with. And I began to wonder, how do we as men expect for our marriages to work? I'm talking about Christian men now. If we do not exercise exactly the method in which God, Christ, the Holy Spirit has given us so that our marriages will prosper, will grow, will flourish. Christ loved the church. He loves the church. He loved the church. He loves the church. And when you think about his love for the church and how he died for us so that we could have a relationship with God in the first place, that's love. And as men, we need to demonstrate that type of love that we're willing to do what we have to do for our wives to keep the marriage strong, to be the examples of Christian men who are courageous and strong and fearless, knowing that we have power, we have love, we have a sound mind because of God and within us. And we do not look at the situation like the rest of the world does. Because see, the rest of the world be easy to say, go ahead and leave her. Why are you sticking around with her? Y'all don't get along anyway. But can you imagine if you loved her with the same type of love that Jesus Christ has for the church? And agape, God's love, as I said, unconditional. It doesn't waver. Arguments doesn't destroy it. Disagreements doesn't discourage it. You find yourself believing and knowing that you can get through anything because that's how powerful God's love is. It sees an argument, and with a gentle, calm voice, it brings peace back to the marriage. My brothers, there is a great expectation that God has of you. And if you find yourself wavering and falling by the wayside, trying to keep your marriage strong, then go back to the scriptures. Get on your knees and pray and ask the Father to give you the type of love that is needed to keep your marriage strong, to keep your wife close to you. Let her see the Christ in you. And if you both were equally yoked, then I guarantee you, if she is truly a woman of God, she will truly enjoy seeing that type of love come from you, because she would then realize that you are there, that you will never leave her, nor will you will forsake her. You will never harm her. You will do your part as a father, as a husband, as a provider, so that your family will thrive and continue to move in the direction that God wants you and your family to go. So do not allow the world or Satan or anybody else to discourage you, but allow the love of Christ, the love of God, that love that the Holy Spirit speaks of as part of the fruit of the Spirit. Allow that to be your controlling factor. Allow that type of love to move you closer to God and closer to your spouse. Let your wife know that you're there for her with a love that is real, that is true, that is honest. And I believe in my heart, if she is truly a woman of God, she'll see that. And that will help keep that marriage strong. So love her. Don't let her go. Love her like Christ loved the church. And watch the Holy Spirit then move in her life to remind her that this is the way the Father in heaven wants you both to live. So my brothers and sisters, be blessed.